Testing, testing. Can everyone hear me clearly? Hey Rhino, hey Chaos. Just checking if everyone's able to hear me nice and loud. Powerful Dragon, nice to see you here. Yeah. Hey Moss. I'm good, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Hey Christy. Okay, got Paul, Angel, got Lozano, Amir, a lot of familiar names here. That's nice. Thanks for joining me. All right, Marondera, nice to see you. It's a little low. Is the audio a little bit soft? Yosei, nice to see you. Paul, nice to see you. All right, yeah, it's nice to see you all tune in nice and early. Right, I'm here. I I think yeah, there weren't any like Manchester United matches recently. Yeah, so I managed to get some pretty good sleep. All right, Kanemba, nice to see you. Joel, nice to see you too. All right, loud and clear, nice. Yeah, today's for those of you guys who are here for the first time, yeah, this is the pre-market live analysis. This time, right? This time I tagged, I did a timestamp on our previous video last week, our previous pre-market live analysis last week. So it'll be easier for us to review some of the calls that we did. Some worked out pretty nice, some not so nice, right? But we'll review them all the same, right? Because that's the kind of standards we hold ourselves to here at IC Markets, right? We don't just analyze and forget it for the day. Every single week, I'm taking you guys through and taking you guys through the what we looked at previously and what we can expect for the week ahead, right? I'm not one little bit of feedback which I want to kind of look out for hear from you guys. The 1 day time frame that we do, would it benefit you in these sessions if we actually dive a little bit deeper into the 4 hour time frame too? Or would you prefer for us to focus more on the 1 day time frame charts, right? What do you guys think? Can you guys share with me which you would prefer? Okay, we got Yosei saying, okay, preference 4 hours. We got daily, we got 4 hours. Let me know. So when I see 4 hours, okay, hold on. Like both. All right. Okay. Hey Tariq, nice to see you here, man. Okay. All right. A couple of people saying for a mixture of 4 hours and daily would be good. In fact, so I would try. I would try to look at. I'll try, of course, firstly cover daily time frame, right? The daily, we always do. I always advocate of a top-down approach, right? Hey, Calvin, nice to see you. Right. Christy, nice to see you too. Right. I'm always an advocate of the 4 hour, the top-down approach. So we look at the 1 day, and of course we then try to zoom in into the 4 hour time frame, see if there's any actionable setups for the week, right? Okay. Now, good stuff, good stuff. All right. Let's try this approach today. All right. Now, of course, for those of you who are here for the first time, it's the pre-market live analysis with me, right? Every week at I believe it's Sunday 9 p.m. 9 p.m. GMT. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there has been some kind of daylight savings time or some kind of time zone changes, I think, recently, because I saw one of the first messages that was sent was that a little bit of timing was changed up. It could be, I'm not too sure. In Singapore, we just have one time, but yeah, if I'm not wrong, some countries the timing has Brought forward by 1 hour, or pushed back by 1 hour. I see. Hey, powerful dragon. Yeah, you can ask me. Yeah, you can ask me anything. Yeah. All right. Okay, okay. It's gone 1 hour ahead. So now it's 10 p.m. GMT London time. Okay. All right. Paulian, I'll take a look at it later. Mustafa. All right. So I guessing this timing is still okay for you guys, right? Is the timing still okay for you guys? Over in London, Europe, wherever this timing has been changed, right? I hope the timing's still okay with you guys, right? God knows that if they bring it forward by another hour, so it becomes 4 a.m. Singapore time, I'm gonna faint, yo. I'm gonna faint. All right. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. in Singapore now. So, okay. If the timing is still fine with y'all, imperfect, we leave it as it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. The timing kind of changed a bit depending on which country you guys are tuning in from. Yeah. A powerful dragon. Feel free to ask me a question. Right. I see. You know what? I might. Our Bonnie. I am waking up early. Right. Waking up early. It depends on my kid though. Yeah. If my kid has a tough time sleeping, then I end up, it's just me sleeping late. Right. uh, Rhino says winners stay up late and get up early, right? There was a time that I used to do that, yeah, but I think once you have a kid, you need every single second of sleep that you can get, right? You lose, you lose an idea on what is early and what is late. Okay, all right. So maybe I will run a poll sometime this week or next session, right, to see if we want to switch up the timing a bit to bring it 1 hour earlier. But the nice thing now is that the markets are open, right? But yes, the markets are just open. I'm gonna dive deep into it. All right. Yes, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, sure. Powerful dragon. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Let's begin today's session, guys. Let's begin today's session. Right. Anyway, disclaimer. Remember, everything this webinar is educational in nature, so nothing should be construed as investment or trading advice. Please do your own due diligence before you guys trade. All right. Okay. Powerful dragon. Check that later. Right. Yeah. Always do your own due diligence before you guys trade. Okay. Now let's begin. Just to make sure that everything's working fine. Okay. Okay. Let's begin. All right. We're focusing on some of the key news events. I personally think, in terms of key news events, this week's a lot less exciting than last week. All the interest rate decisions, right? I was really there to really shake up the market, right? We were right on some really good calls, right? This week is slightly less, but nonetheless, we will take a look at it. Okay, nonetheless, we'll take a look at it, right? I always like to go to, sorry, for those of you guys who do not know who I am and thinking who is this guy who is presenting today. Okay, I'm going to just tweak up my Wi-Fi. I noticed that you guys are dropping in and out a bit, so I'm going to swap over to my 5G. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, I swapped over to my 5G, right? Yeah, thank you, Rhino. Right, right. Okay, so I do want to spend as much time as possible powering through our analysis for today. Now, if you miss any of our previous analysis, go to the IC Markets YouTube page, go to playlist, right? And we got a pre-market analysis with Desmond. Here it is, guys. Right, this can I click share? Yeah, I'm gonna click share. Right, there's no running away. We hold ourselves to a very high standard, so we will review what I did nice last week. What messed up, what went well. All right. This time I've timestamped them, so there's it'll be easier for us to kind of go through them. There we go. Key news event, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Right. We'll take a look at all of it in a bit. All right. But of course, right. In today's session, we want to go through. I'm just gonna point you guys to one more place. All right. Just gonna point you guys to one more place. Another playlist. If you're wondering about some of the approaches I use to trading, right, especially in the analysis, you want to go to the IC Markets webinar playlist over here, right? And yeah, this is the playlist that you want to go to. Covered more than 100, actually it's more than 100 webinars, right? It's about 120, 130 webinars we've done for IC Markets. You can head over to here, right, and go check out what we've set up. The key ones that you want to watch out for is not this. Yes, this one's over here. Pullbacks and overlaps, I use it quite extensively, right? So be sure to check it out. And one more thing, I use Fibonacci. Yeah, the Fibonacci series over here, you can watch the whole thing, right? 1/4 to 4/4. You notice I use it a lot in trading, and I show you how I use it later when I forecasted the drop on gold really, really nicely last week. All right. I see up what powerful dragon is this. He's queuing up his question ahead of everyone else. All right, okay, good stuff. Okay, yeah, but those are a few things, a few places I want to point you guys to, right? And let's begin our pre-market analysis. All right, just let me see over here. Where is it over here? Yeah, okay. Forex Factory remains the place that you want to look out for just let me refresh this in case I update the time. Yeah. Forex Factory remains the key place I want to look out for news. I will power through them. Like there's honestly not much to look at, right? For Monday, right? The key one is not that I know it shows an orange impact, but it's like this is the impact here. You have the low impact. You got the yellow is low, right? Orange is medium. Red is high. High impact for anyone who wants to know. Right, for Monday, there's this German IFO business climate, right? It kind of just basically shows it's the leading indicator rather for economic health, right? So a larger than expected decrease in business confidence could result in a potential drop in euro's value. All right, so this is what we want to look out for on Monday, happening in just a couple of hours. Okay, not in a couple of hours, in over about 8 hours. Right, on Tuesday, we want to watch out for this part over here, right? Government Bailey speaking, right? I think he's speaking at the London School of Economics, right? And he's also due to testify about the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. I think he's going to do it before the Treasury Select Committee later in the day. So there's one more over here. Okay, now the things that traders would be attempting to look out for. All right, they kind of be looking to try to decipher if any interest rate clues following his 25 basis points hike last week. Yeah, so everyone's just monitoring every single word he says, right? Just kind of see if he's anything hinting at what it's going to do for future interest rate decisions, right? And it's more likely to continue at 25 basis points than to pause, because the last CPI year on year for March rose to 10.4. The forecast, right, is 9.4%, right, but it rose to 10.4%. So clearly, inflation needs to be tackled, right? So it's more likely that we're going to see another 25 basis points increase for interest rates. All right. For US, right, what you want to look out for is the consumer confidence. All right. The main thing you need to know is that this it's in simple terms, measures the confidence of consumers, right? And this is pretty obvious, right? It's been on a decline. I've looked at the figures, right? It's been on a decline since November, right? So I think if it fell from 111.3, and now it's at 102.9. Okay, now so you can imagine, there's decreasing consumer confidence, right? They're expecting it to continue to drop to 101.0. Okay, the key thing that we want to watch out for, is if the result is above 101, right, you're gonna see the USD strengthen, right? Because that means that we've been on a downtrend for consumer confidence since November. So if we see a little bit of a pickup, right, we're gonna that means that there's a little bit of consumer confidence coming back in, right, and that's where the USD is gonna strengthen because investors are gonna be a little bit more optimistic. So keep a lookout for this, right? Happening on Tuesday. All right, Wednesday, of course, the only key thing that we're looking out for is the CPI year on year. All right, so of course, right, inflation rate, I guess, it's kind of remain high and it's expected to increase further, right? So if you do increase the interest rate, it could positively, strengthen the AUD, right? But all right, the possibility of a rate hike is not likely unless the CPI goes higher than January's 8.4%. So be sure to look out for that. All right, be sure to look out for that. So I'm just seeing which one I might have missed out. Okay, Thursday. German preliminary CPI month. Right. Okay. So if the actual figure comes out below than the forecast, it's gonna signal lower inflationary pressures. Right. It kind of could lead only to a slight decrease in the value of the euro. Right. Because the ECB kind of expressed quite a bit of hawkishness, even amid the banking crisis. All right. So keep a lookout on this. Right. Thursday. Big news, of course. Let me see over here. Yes, this one. All right, the USD final GDP. It's kind of forecasted to show a 2.7 growth rate. Which is in line with the previous quarter's growth rate, right? So if the actual data, if I'm not wrong, right, if the where are they right now? If the actual data matches this forecast, unlikely to have a significant impact on the USD. All right. Now, I think one of the key things that we want to focus on is the unemployment claims. Right. It's kind of forecasted to increase slightly from 191 to 195K. Right. But only if the claims is significantly higher than expected, then could lead to a weaker USD. Because of course, the weakening market, and the Fed is going to be more aggressive in hiking rates. So you do want to watch out for this. Okay. All right. And on Friday, let me see the CAD GDP, straightforward, guys. Higher than expected GDP growth. Kind of means it's going to boost the CAD. And the last thing that we want to look out for is core PCE price index. Okay. Now, basically, the key thing that you want to look out for this event, lower growth rate, decrease in inflation, indicates a decrease in inflation, right? So this decrease in inflation could lead to a decrease in interest rates by the Fed, right? So you definitely want to look out for this. It's really, really linked to inflation and the interest rates, the big play that has been ongoing, all right? So these are the kind of news events that you want to keep a lookout for the week, all right? Just let me see. Belinda, nice to see you here. We are ready to rock and roll with the live analysis. All right, so let me come down here. Now, we did forecast this reversal. I think I need to check it out. Thank you, Rhino. Right, I keep it short and sweet. I don't tend to dive too much into every single small little detail because I think it needs to be a good balance of key fundamentals to look out for. Some things you can forecast, some things you can't, right? So these are the key things to look out for and how we're going to position ourselves, right? Okay, the first key thing that 2147, we got Bitcoin. So we did highlight the key resistance level over at 28342, right? I think this is we highlighted the first key resistance level at 28342. Give me a second. I just need to highlight to you guys that yes, we did highlight that as the first resistance, 28600, and we were forecasting. I don't think I forecasted to drop slow. Yes, I was forecasting for it to at least minimally do a smaller reversal to the 25255 level, right? Yeah, 28,600 to 25,255, right? I think it worked out quite a bit, right? I mean the 28 level, you can see the price rejection from here, right? It did reverse, not as strongly to the 25,255 level, but it did reverse quite a bit. Okay, oil, I think we are expecting further bearishness, Wasim. I'll show you in a bit. Okay, so this for Bitcoin, right? As discussed, with everyone else, right? I will share the 1 day time frame, and if necessary, if possible, I would go down to the 4 hour time frame. But why we're going to stick to the 1 day time frame for Bitcoin is because we need to zoom all the way back here, right? Just to see why we call a reversal from here. This remains a key 23% retracement from here down to here, and it's also in line with what is now overlap resistance, right? 23% from here to here, 38% from, let me take out my marker so it's easier, 38% from here to here, right? So it was a Fibonacci confluence plus a pullback resistance, right? So you can see that price, as forecasted, a lot of wicks over there. I do kind of see it dropping a little bit further for the week. It did not reverse as nicely as I wanted it to the first support level. Just let me check myself. All right, just let me check myself, because it failed to break the 23%. Yeah, it failed to break the 23%. I'm going to put intermediate support here. That's the key thing I'm going to put this week, right? This intermediate support dot line, right? Price needs to close below here to trigger the move down. I'm a little bit worried, cautiously worried about this overlap over here. Price refusing to break the 23% retracement, right? So we might not see the move down. If price closes above our first resistance that we highlighted, we should see a push up, right? So we kind of want to watch out for this level over here, right? Once price closes above here, we should be able to see it take off. Where would it take off to? 32842. This is second resistance level. We should see take off to. Okay, that's for Bitcoin, right? Ethereum would be the same thing. I think I covered really nicely on Ethereum too. Let me see what I shared on Ethereum, right? ETH. Do we call a reversal tool? Yes. Call reversal down to 1678 1678 below the 1842 level, 1879. I think worked out pretty nicely, right? So we did call a reversal from here down to here, right? It worked out very nicely. Okay, 1687, yes, very nice, right? This is also because we were able to map the correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So I think a lot of people are very bullish. They were saying that crypto was rising very strongly, but if you know how to do good analysis, you know that it was facing what I call Fibonacci confluence resistance area, right? We had the 127 Fibonacci extension, the Nike tick, guys, right? You guys know me. You guys know I use the Nike tick really, really well, right? So exactly, you can see over there, 127 price reverse from there, 61.8 Fibonacci projection, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it looked like a completion of one wave, like at least an impulsive wave, right? There was a swing high resistance over here, where price reverse. So yeah, it went, I'd say, exactly as we had forecasted. Now what I expect, what do I expect from Ethereum, right? Julian, I will cover that in a bit, right? Chaos, I actually do agree. I do agree, right? Even with all the bearishness, right, across the crypto market, right, it actually held its ground pretty well. So I would be drawing the same intermediate level over here, intermediate support, right? So I'm less optimistic about a reversal. Yeah, I'm less optimistic about a reversal. I think these are the key levels to watch out for. If price really closes above here, we might see a rise up to here, right? But according to Elliott structure, we should see a bigger reversal though. Just give me a second to think this through. If I have to stick my neck out for something, I would still expect I will still expect bearishness. I will still expect bearishness on the on crypto market, right? I still expect it to drop, right? I still expect Ethereum to drop a bit. If it breaks the first support, drop more to the second support. I kind of still have that little bit of bearishness bias here, but not as strong a bearish bias as previously, right? But yeah, Mendo, yeah, you're late. Yeah, it's don't worry, all good here, man. Right, thanks for joining us. Okay, yes, it really depends on risk of environment, right? What I expect on gold, all right. So I do want to share with you guys what we called on gold last week. Now that I have this little thing here, I can just jump around. It's so nice. We are reviewing stuff. All right, guys, what did I call on gold last week? Okay, do you remember what I called on gold? I think I shared with you for gold, right? We were thinking, I'm going to open it over here. Am I on HD? Right, I should be on, I only got 720. On gold, we're calling a reversal, the initial first reversal of the 2000 to 2016 level. How do we know it's a 2016 level? Is because there's a Fibonacci extension, 138% that lined up over there. Okay, 2000 was big figure, 2016 was the additional buffer. We knew that at 2000 this would be a big area of interest. All right, so there's a lot of fight that's going to happen there, and when there's a lot of fight, you want to add the 138% as the buffer, and that lined up very nicely. The 61.8 Fibonacci projection and a Fibonacci extension. Right, let me just see. Yep, I think that this was the call that we are doing on gold. Right, we can see how it turned out quite nice. I think it turned out okay. Right, so what happened since for gold? Right, price reach over here. It touched the 127 as forecasted. 2000 big figure, and it reversed. Right, it reversed very nicely. Right, guys, this was the reversal. We forecasted it to drop right back to the 23%, right back to the breakout. If you know my style of using the Nike tick, right, the approach. Are you freaking kidding me? My mouse battery just died. give me a quick second. All right, I'll be back with my. Come on, man. Did it really just die on me? Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Guys, you guys know how many okay, yeah, my mouse is working or it's dead. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, that could be a plot twist. All right, just give me a second. Okay, my mouse is back working a bit. Right. Oh man, that's so weird. I said this is the first time my mouse ever died in the middle of a presentation. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Rhino, that could be a plot twist, right? Yeah. Yes, you'll say, right? On the weekly time frame. Oh, it's 3 times. All right, I didn't know it's 3 times. Okay, there we go. It's like 1 time, 2 times. I guess. Yeah, you could consider it 3 times around the area. All right, I like to highlight it because it's big figure, right? There's a nice reversal from there, but the key thing is using the Fibonacci, right? For those of you guys who know my approach to trading, right? I tend to look at the reversal of the 127% for it to reverse, right? For it to reverse back down to here, right? And from there, it usually kind of takes off, right? So this reversal happened really nicely. Now, what do we expect on gold for the rest of the week? Give me a second. Buy 1622. Okay, powerful dragon. If you're saying price buy 1622, that's all the way down here, right? I think you're looking at a weekly time frame, but for price to actually come down to here, it might be in 2024, right? Before it might come down to there. So I wouldn't really just buy 1622, maybe long term. But for today's, today's analysis, seeing what's going to happen for the rest of the week. Now, let me just see. Bullish divergence is not relevant anymore. Bullish divergence has played its part. Reversal, my approach is that once price has reversed from 127, it's not valid anymore, right? Because it is, we only get in on the first try, all right? Now, my view, what is my view? This is now second support. A little bit too far for it to be the first support. This is now second support. This is now first support over here. I bet it failed to break past the 23. Yeah, I failed to break past the 23 properly. All right, so yeah, it is likely, right? It is likely, right? It's likely right now. Okay, my view is that I will wait for gold, right? I'll wait for gold to close above here, right? Then we should trigger the move up to here. A lot of people should be expecting prices to come up to a 2072 level. Don't just get in now. I mean 2070 level, right? Don't just get in now, but we wait for a close above there. If you're waiting for a reversal, we need to wait for a close below 1948 to trigger the move down. So in trading, this is what I call upside downside confirmation, right? We need this as the upside or this as the downside, right? It's pretty difficult to call to play the I wouldn't be that confident to call the reversal over here, right? Why I'm not that confident is because the reversal happened over here already, right? I'm a fan of being first, getting in earlier than everyone else, right? Because once that happens, right, there's too much eyeballs on the area, right? The market behaves in a slightly different way, right? So I'm not too confident of calling the reversal now. I was confident last week, as I showed you in the previous video, of calling a reversal from the 2000 level. Now I'm not so confident, right? New players in the game, right? We're likely to see a little bit more movements here, right? But I will wait for close above 2000 to trigger a move up to confirm the upside move. Close above below 1948. If you want to be super duper safe, you can make a close below 1936 to trigger the movement down to second support. All right, so these are the key things that we're looking out for. Ichimoku is not great, not telling me much, right? But yes, still a little bit of bullish momentum, I guess. Yeah. Okay, now the 2008 2007 2008. I'm guessing, I'm not sure if you're calling the levels or the year. Okay. Okay, right now. Okay, now guys, let's move on to the next one that we're going to look at. I always look at DXY. The first thing is look at DXY. I think not much movement. We called for reversal and for price to drop further, and we highlighted 102 as the intermediate support, right? Did I highlight 102 as intermediate support? I think I highlighted 102 as intermediate support. Yeah, so for DXY last week, we were calling a reversal, bearish divergence for price to continue dropping further, right? I think I even, this is like a little bit of inception, right? So I was reviewing myself calling the reversal on DXY. I think 2 weeks before that, so I'm not kidding here, guys. You can see that in the previous session, right, on 26th February, which is about 1 month ago, we were already calling for the reversal from DXY below the 105, right? I think it worked out pretty nicely. Well, yeah, it worked out pretty nicely. It has been dropping down, right? And we're expecting it to drop a little bit further, Oh, sorry. Yeah, expecting DXY to drop a little bit. Sorry. What is it? Yeah, we're expecting DXY to drop a little bit further. I highlighted the intermediate support at I think it was a 103.359. Was it there? Oh no, that's it for DXY. So we were forecasting for DXY to drop a little bit further, right? What happened since then? It has continued to drop, right? Yeah, it's a great film, right? Okay, Ryan, I'll check that out in a bit, right? It has dropped our intermediate support. It has bounced very nicely off our intermediate support, as you can see over there. So, what am I gonna expect for DXY? Just give me a second, let me think. I hate to break our 1 month winning winning streak on DXY. Okay, but we have to make a call. Now, not that we have to make a call every time in this forecast, but if there's one thing that I like to say that we do better than other brokers is that we dare to stick our neck out there, right? Every week you see me sticking my neck out, right? I'll dare to make the calls, right? I don't keep things wishy-washy. I don't say, oh, there's a whole bunch of fluff, right? I'll dare to stick my neck out for the calls. And in this week, I guess, I do see a level over here. I know it's a little bit hard to see. If you watch the videos that I told you to watch, right, you will see that this is a possible first resistance, right? Possible first resistance. Why I like this level, okay? Why I like this level is that bounce, right? You notice how there's always very clean interactions with these levels over here, right? Always very clean interactions. Elliott wave to the downside. Oh, could be. All right. So I'm a big fan of Elliott wave. I learned it from the best at BBSP previously. We used to advise the trading desk of the largest hedge funds like Brevan Howard, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, right? The banks, right? So a big fan of Elliott wave. I will never shy away from looking at one. Okay, so you're saying that there's a little bit of an Elliott wave structure going down here. Well, yes, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the previous move over here could have been a 1 corrective ABC, 2, 3 corrective ABC, 4, and 5, right? As long as wave 3 is not the shortest, it's fine, right? But what I'm looking at over here, on the H4 time frame, I'm guessing you're saying it could be an ABC. A corrective move down, but it kind of seems to have played itself out already. And if this is an ABC, it could be ABCDE instead, right? The Elliott wave structure is not as clear as I would want it to. The zigzag is very clear. So if this is an impulsive move, right? So if this is an impulsive move that we're looking at, this would be the corrective move, right? And we should be seeing price take off, right? But looking purely in terms of the support and resistance levels, right? I would have to highlight this as a first resistance, second resistance here, first support, second support. And of course, what I like to do, let me just, I always have my charts open in two, right? So I have my, on the left is my 1 day time frame. On the right is my 4 hour time frame, right? If we were looking at it from a 4 hour time frame perspective, shucks, man. So what I like to do, I like to copy this value. I like to paste it over here, copy this value, paste it over here. Why do we do that? Because we always respect the higher time frame, okay? All right, so you can actually Control C and Control V, right? Just to get the higher time frame, just to paste over the higher time frame. All right, so any key levels over here? All fibs, 50%, 38%. 50% retracement, 50.61. I'm gonna leave it here. 38, 50%. I'm gonna leave it over here. All right, 38 and 50. Man, this is looking, and so Fibonacci projection, you're always looking for the zigzag. Starting point, middle point, ending point. Okay, go for the 100%. There we go. Okay, so we can see a little bit tough to see, but we can see that if you took starting point, middle point, and you go down to an ending point, you're projecting this distance here to this distance over here, right? And we can see the 100% that actually lines up right about there. Right, I know you can't really see it, but if I were to show you guys, you can see this is the... Give me a second. I need to move it for you guys to see. You see 100%? I'm going to move it. This is the end. If I move my ending point to over here, right, it lines up over there. Okay, so if I were to fine tune my my resistance level a bit, right, I kind of put it over here. I'll highlight this as the resistance area to look out for this week. Don't expect prices to easily break this level, guys. I hope this quote doesn't come back to haunt me. Okay. I hope this quote doesn't come back and haunt me, but yet I'm expecting a reversal from here. It's nice little bit of bearish Ichimoku. No, I don't think there's a channel. Don't think there's a channel. Depends on how much you want to cheat with the channel. But yeah, you could say that you could arguably say that there's bearish momentum. There is bearish momentum if you cut out the wicks and stuff. I don't really like channels. Channels are a little bit more indicative, right? Less. I don't really use it to take entries, but it's more indicative that there's bearish momentum, right? So for the H4 time frame, I'm expecting a reversal from the H4, maybe to reach the 102 levels again. Okay, right? So at least for the next, I would say, with how quickly the markets are moving, for the next 1 to 2 days, resistance below 103.45 level for DXY. Okay, if it does break that level, it could rise up further, right? This will be the next key level for it to test. Okay, 103.90, right? At least for the next few 1 to 2 days. Okay. Oh, imbalance on the 101, market needs to fill. Oh, you're talking about this imbalance over here, right? But if market needs to fill, then we could be seeing a lot more bearishness, right? Okay, I'll take a look at pound dollar next. I think what do we forecast on pound dollar previously? I was saying for pound dollar, if I'm not wrong, that it will continue to fluctuate between the two key levels, right? We always need to review what we did previously. Yeah, so for pound dollar last week, I was forecasting for it to kind of continue to fluctuate between the 1.18 and 1.244 level. It has continued to fluctuate between there, as you can see. So if anything for pound, I know a lot of us are looking at a little bit of an Elliott wave structure here. If we use the rule of alternance, all right, so speculative move here. Speculative move. What it could happen is, one, corrective ABC, rule of alternance, shorter correction, longer correction over here. We could start to see the breakup. All right, what is the rule of alternance, right? If this is a short reversal and this, slightly longer reversal, corrective patterns. Okay, you notice wave 4 never crosses into wave 1 territory. Okay, it looks, why is this like this kind of corrective pattern? It's called an irregular, right? Irregular corrective pattern, right? So there's B can go higher than 0.1 as long as C goes down below 0.1. All right, so I don't, if you're into Elliott wave, right, good friend Cassandra, right, she's covering it tomorrow on Tuesday, so be sure to watch that. All right, but yeah, for pound dollar, I'm a little bit more bullish in the sense that I will wait for price to break above here to first trigger move up to here. Why am I not calling a break above 1.2671 at least for the week, right? Why I'm not calling a break above that, firstly, is because it is a key resistance level. Okay, right, this is a key resistance level, and I think it kind of lines up with the big 61. Yeah, there you go, big 61.8 retracement. So a little bit, I'm a little bit hesitant that it will rise too far. It remains a pretty decent overlap if you look at this level, right? I'm going to draw a line across, right, and you can see Once I draw a line across, frick. Right, once I draw a line across over here, you can see how nicely price tends to react to this level, right? It respects this level. Every time price reaches that level, there's some kind of reaction. So 1261 level, or is definitely a level that I would be a little bit more cautious about. I wouldn't try to just break beyond there, right? So I would play minimally a move up from 1244 to 1261. That, guys, is a good 200 pips for you guys to play. All right. You'll say, I hope you found that, and I hope this helps you the forecast on the forward time frames. If you zoom in, right, on the forward time frames, if you want a little bit of an actionable kind of setup for the week. Give me a second. Key support level. A powerful dragon, I think you're looking at the 1 week time frame. So nope, not yet. All right, so we're looking at the 1 day time frame over here. For what aspects for the week ahead, less of it seems like the views are slightly longer term. All right, so that means it's what's going to happen for 2023 more than what's going to happen for the next week of 2023. All right, I'm looking at this level here. This pretty nice overlap. I really like this overlap. Price is just testing that support. All right, not a big fan of this trend line. It looks a little bit sus to me, a little bit tricky to me, right? So I hope we're not seeing a breakout from there, because it could mean that we see price drop a little bit further. Actionable setup, right? Overlap. What the heck, man? Overlap level over here. Not that nice. So just let me find my resistance levels, my bearings a bit. Not that great. This resistance by itself is not that great. Yeah, it's not that great. In terms of actionable setups, I would look for price, right? Okay, I'm talking about a little bit more towards a forecasting, right? Now, are you guys able to hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Because sometimes my Wi-Fi tends to act up a bit, so I need to ensure that you guys can hear me every now and then, right? So let me know if I might have dropped off a bit. Okay. In terms of actionable setups, I'll probably wait for price to kind of close above this level to make a push up to here first. Okay, I'm a little bit wary that price has kind of just broke this level. I hope it's not going to break, but okay, if it breaks this and it breaks this overlap, where could it drop down to? Is that 23? All right, don't tell me I'm gonna. Yep, it's the 23. Okay, so on the shorter term, right? If price really does break close below this 1220, for the next few days, right, it will drop to 2180, right? I said 2140, right? It could drop to there. Okay. Can Andre says you can't hear me. Okay, but I hope you mean you can hear me, Andre, unless you wouldn't be able to send that message through, right? 1.2. I'm not too sure. Okay. It needs to drop to 1.2140 first. Whether it drops to 1.2, not too sure. I'm not too sure. It could. I mean, it's a nice little swing low over here. You'll say I don't think I can share the link to my chart. I don't think TradingView does that, right? Because I can't do it unless I publish the analysis, which I don't really do, right? Okay, everything's okay with the sound. That's good. Okay. Wasim, yeah. Did you just go away and come back? I haven't analyzed oil yet. Okay, but yeah, for pound dollar, I'll watch these key levels here. If it breaks below here, definitely going to drop down to here as the next key support level. But I'm hoping that it breaks above here and rises enough to test the 2432 level at least for this week, right? That's what we should be expecting. If you're expecting USD to weaken, yep, it will help us expect pound to go up. Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere, right? I mean, it's a good point that Rhino said, because you look at it, right? gold pound has been fluctuating in between these two key levels, but if we use Elliott wave structure, which is pretty good for forecasting longer term direction, we could see price kind of come up to test this level here first. Okay, just let me check one last thing. Okay, just checking a few things. Okay, because Wasim is back here to analyze oil, right? Okay, what did we look at for oil previously? Did I? Yo, I did look at oil. I definitely remember looking at oil. I usually look at oil after how come I don't see myself commenting out that I looked at oil? I remember looking at oil. There's no way I would have went the day without looking at oil. Oh shit, did I not look at oil last week? That's like a crime. Okay. Maybe I didn't look at oil last week, but I looked at it previously, I think. Yeah, thank you, Andre. Yeah, but we did forecast. I very, very clearly remember that we forecast the big drop on oil, right? I really, really remember it. Damn it. I'll be so upset if I can't find it, right? Just let me find it for you guys. Yo. Yeah, we were forecasting for oil. Let me see. There you go. We were highlighting Century 116 as the key level. If you broke that level, it dropped to 61.97. That was the view that we were looking for. Anyway, guys, if you want my day to day, do I look younger in those videos already? God, I mean, technically, I'm a week older every time you guys see me, right? So, but yeah, I'm not getting any younger. But I have good skincare. Okay, I do good skincare, so I don't look as old as as I am. All right. But yeah, if you guys miss out on some of my analysis, right, I do want to point you guys to icmarkets.com. Right, you want to come here, you want to go to IC Markets blog, you want to go to the technical analysis, right, and this is where I forecast what is going to happen for the week. So on Mondays, I usually share a little bit of a longer term time frame. Let's go down to WTI. So WTI USD, right, I did forecast that price would continue to reverse from the 70.71 level. And of course, because, shucks, did I just get yeah. If you scroll down even further, I think last week's analysis, right, on oil, WTI USD, right, you can see for WTI USD, we're already forecasting 72 as a level, right, and how it kind of played itself out throughout the week, right, I think it was already on Wednesday. It could be on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday, maybe the day before, we were forecasting for price to make a reversal. You notice 72.51 was a level where we forecast price would potentially reverse from, right? Why is this 72.51? Because you can see price, it's a pullback resistance 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, right? And pullback resistance there, and we expect price to drop, right? 72.51 with 73.71 is the next key level. All right, so what happened since then is that, yep, you can see 72 point, I think over here, this level. This was like 72 or something here. Yeah, this level, right? Price reversed very nicely from there. We expect it to continue to drop down, right? So my view for oil is that, we should see further bearishness down towards the 62 level, right? I would highlight this entire area as like a resistance area, right? It's going to take a lot for price to really break beyond this level. Too much bearishness thrown the Ichimoku cloud, right? It's quite weak over here, but it still remains below, right? So there's a nice bit of bearishness. We expect prices to continue to drop. All right, so yeah, should expect it to continue to drop. My view, Wasim, yeah, for the rest of the week, it should pretty funky price action here. I would kind of expect a very strong close to see price go down, but it seems to be holding pretty well. But in terms of pullback resistance, at most you might be able to see price come up to test this level before dropping further. Okay. Monthly time frame, 55 EMA. So it depends how nice the 55 EMA is, exponential moving average, right? It depends how nice it is, right? So I don't use every level. Is it a natural moving average? Oh, sorry, monthly time frame. Dude, right, the monthly time frame, I barely can create anything, right? But yes, it's bouncing off there, right? Not too big a fan of moving averages. I think Peggy is a bigger fan of it, right? I tend to it's good to use a gauge on where the markets are heading with it. All right, momentum. Now, we looked at WTI, we looked at gold. Let me just scan through to see if there's any nice setups that I want to look at for the week. Euro dollar caught a bounce, all right, break above this level. Pound. Dollar franc, we caught the reversal for dollar franc over here, if you remember, right? Could be. Oh, where am I? I'm sorry, not here. Just give me a second. Where is that? YouTube IC markets. I'm pretty sure we did though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did dollar franc, right? We are calling for the reversal on dollar franc, I think. Yeah, so we are calling a reversal from the 93.68 level. Right, yeah, we're calling for a reversal of the 93.68 level for price to go back down to the first support level. I think it did that, right? It should have done that for dollar franc. You can see price reverse quite nicely down back to first support. Nothing much, we still see this as support. That price is likely to kind of it needs to break this level. Very, very simple for dollar franc. Dollar yen, I hate Aussie dollar. This was the one back call I made last week, right? I was expecting a bullish breakout for Aussie dollar. Really disappointed me. Right, there's a black stain on my analysis. Right? Yeah, I didn't call Aussie dollar that nicely. I was bullish on Aussie dollar, didn't work out. Now, what can I expect? I hate Aussie dollar, man. Like, no, I don't hate. I don't like it. Resistance for support. Further bearishness on Aussie dollar. A bit hard to call. I've been burned too many times with Aussie dollar. A little bit wary about it, right? A little bit hard to call. I should expect it to continue to drop lower, right? This overlap support over here needs to be broken, right? This level needs to be broken to trigger the further move down. I wouldn't call it so far down. The next further move I would probably call it down to is the 78% down over here. Okay, this will be the next level that we look out for. Upside downside confirmation. Okay, what is upside downside confirmation? Is that I'm waiting for price to break this level to trigger the move down, waiting for price to close above this stupid 23.6% to make the move up. I think while I was analyzing the charts last week, right, price did look like it was going to close above the 23% retracement, but what happened was that there was a lot of rejection and it reversed. Okay, so yeah, wait for price to close above the 23% to trigger the move up to the 68.75 level. Upside downside confirmation, need to exercise a little bit more caution because Aussie dollar is proving to be a little bit of a pain to to accurately forecast. No change on Kiwi dollar, right? Still further bearishness, right? It should continue to see these levels as the key levels to look out for. Okay, pound yen again. I think we were looking at pound yen last week. Not much of a change, right? Still remains in a bullish channel. I remember someone requested for pound yen early on, right? Still remains in the bullish channel. All right, nothing much I can look at for pound yen. I guess the key level that I want to highlight will probably remain here, right? This key support level, 157 level that you should look out for pound yen. Okay, so further bullishness for pound yen up to 168 level. Yeah, I'm a little bit. It might be in line with what we expect on pound dollar. Okay. Euro dollar H4. Okay, Yamilu. Right. I'll take a look at Euro dollar H4. A little bit more actionable analysis for today. H4 Euro dollar. Give me a second. Am I missing any key levels? Sorry, just let me take a look at 1 day time frame. I keep drawing the wrong one. I really like this level. We could be testing the 38 and 50. Yeah, we are testing 38 and 50. What's my view on DXY? Okay, my view on DXY is that we should be seeing bearishness, right? Then because of how negatively correlated it is, right, we should be seeing a little bit of bullishness on euro dollar. Okay, we should be seeing a bounce, right? Hopefully. Why do I keep picking this thing? Right, yeah. We should be seeing a bounce above this level for euro dollar. Hopefully, on the H4 time frame. Yes, yeah. Okay. The next key support for euro dollar is down here. Yeah, I'm expecting a bounce, right? Expecting a bounce on. I'll be expecting bullishness on euro dollar. Ideally, right, it should be bouncing right from here. Okay, ideally it should be bouncing right from here. But if DXY is, it's got a little bit more space before the reversal. What might happen is that price might come down to this level to bounce, right? But at least for the rest of the week, we should see price bounce above this level, right? So I'm bullish on euro dollar. I'm bullish on euro dollar. Okay, guys, right? Yes, this would be the area which I think it might kind of bounce from. Bullish area over here, green. Okay, we should see price. Whether it's going to come all the way back up to here is another thing, right? But we should see a little bit of bullishness on euro dollar. Okay, guys. Valley, right? Last request I'm doing is Kiwi dollar. All right, Kiwi dollar. 4-hour chart for Kiwi dollar. I'm gonna remove everything here. A little bit messy this part over here. Resistance remains at 62.66 for sure, right? We are expecting a little bit of bear. Oh man, what the hell am I gonna do with Kiwi dollar? Thank you, Yose. Right, yeah. Thanks everyone. Right. If you can, yes, please, guys, remember help me smash the like button. Right. Yeah, please help me smash the like button, and yeah, it really help us. Right. I did forecast gold already. I think. Oh, I'll take a quick look at it in a bit. Right. But please help me smash the like button. Right. It really helps the YouTube algorithm find our videos better. right? And yeah, if there are things that I like about the video, right, some things that we're looking for more on IC markets, if I could trouble you guys, right, when the video is published, right, if you can just leave comments, right, yeah, you can just leave comments like down here and stuff like that. Is really helpful for us too, right? Those are some things you look out for. On top of the chat, right? Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Right. But yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Kiwi dollar on the 4-hour chart. A little bit hard to forecast what's gonna happen, honestly. A little bit hard to forecast what's gonna happen. I will use Aussie dollar more as a proxy. If you're expecting bearishness on Kiwi dollar, right? Maybe a move down. This is low confidence, but drop down to 61.33, right? This is really low confidence because Kiwi dollars, the price movements is just fluctuating up and down, up and down. There's really very unclear directions, right? We're gonna highlight this as the first key support, right, and this as the first key resistance, right? Important thing to take note of, right, in trading, Valley, is that you need to know when it's bullish, when it's bearish, and when it's neutral. Okay, right? When it's bullish, when it's bearish, and when it's neutral. Okay, so there are times to trade, and there are times to sit on your hands and don't trade. Okay, I think I look at gold. Gold is dropping, pretty nice, right? What did we forecast on the 1-day time frame? I did an analysis on gold already, right? The 1-day time frame for gold, right? So I say watch these two levels. Right, if you break above 2000, it go up. If you break below this level, it should go down. Okay, guys. All right. This is the weekly forecast that we have for the week. Right. Thanks for tuning in for today's session. I really appreciate it. Right. I should be taking next week's session too. Right. I'll be back off a holiday. Right. But yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Right, these are the views for the week, right? Oh yeah, Moss, right? I think only 1 week into it, right? I'm only 1 week into the prop trading challenge, right? Sometimes I'm allowed to talk about it, sometimes I'm less allowed to talk about it, right? But I think I'm down -1, I think, right? Didn't have much time to trade though. That's one of the main reasons, right? Didn't even get a chance to take a lot of trades. Right. Thank you, David. Thank you, Yamilu. Right. Yes, please help me smash that button. Help me thumbs up this video. Thank you, Kanemba. Thank you, Paul. Right. Yeah, but I think in in about 12 hours, right, it'll be Peggy who is doing the webinar, right? So be sure to check it out, right? So be sure to check it out, right? I'm gonna send you guys a link, right? You guys are probably sick of hearing me. So yeah, Peggy will share her view on the markets, right? Yeah, her view on the markets coming in, where is it? 27, right? 27 January. Live analysis session. It should be, where is it though? I thought it'd be coming up. Yeah. You can check it out over here, right? Yeah, this will be the live analysis to watch out for in about 12 hours. Peggy will be doing it, right? I won't be doing it. Okay, right? Thank you, Helton. Thank you, Angel. Right? Thank you, Moss. Right? Zama. Right? Marandera. Nice to see you guys. Right? Mustafa already did Paunian, so you should scroll back. I think I covered it somewhere in between. Right? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Powerful Dragon. Right? It was a great session. Right? Remember, help me smash the thumbs up button if you find this useful. I will catch you guys next week. Stay safe, trade safe. All right, peace out, guys. Peace out. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Native. Native, I just got it. Native. All right, okay. Okay, see you guys. Bye-bye.